Today on ELN Morning.
Bringing in the bucks, how one local bar is already planning renovations with the money seen from extended alcohol sales.
Plus Easter Sunday. A local church is planning for this weekend's services and looking to pack the pews in the near future.
And up in flames, we'll meet Elon's only featured twirler, why you won't see her at football games this year.
Today, April Fool's Day, 2021.
This is ELN Morning.
Good morning and welcome to ELN Morning. I'm Jack Norcross.
And I'm Ellis Chandler. All students in the campus community are eligible to receive the coronavirus vaccine. This now includes those living in residence halls. First-year student Christina Alessio lives in the East neighborhood and says she is comforted by this news.
I think it's great that people in dorms are eligible for it because it spreads quickly through the dorms. I mean, when I was in quarantine, 11 people from my floor were in quarantine at the same time. And I think overall it makes people feel a lot safer on campus that they're eligible.
As more of the campus community gets vaccinated, many feel as though they can now expand their social circle. Sophomore Lindsay Rothenstein has received the first dose of the Pfizer vaccine and is looking forward to normal outdoor activities once the weather gets warmer.
I've been generally relaxed, obviously keeping a close circle, but as more and more of my friends are like getting their second doses or signing up for the vaccine, it makes a lot of us more inclined to just like see each other and have like normal interactions.
Students, faculty, and community members are able to make an appointment to receive a Johnson & Johnson vaccine on campus in South Gym the week of April 6th. You can make your appointment online at myspot.nc.gov or by calling the Ready and Resilient number.
As more get the coronavirus vaccine, there are questions on whether you should post this, your coronavirus vaccine card, to social media platforms. Each card contains personal information, including legal name, date of birth, and where you got your shot. According to the Better Business Bureau, this can lead scammers to sell your identity and vaccination information on the black market. By sharing your full card, scammers may also try and attend events requiring full vaccination. In short, if you choose to share your vaccination card, be sure to cover all identification information.
Friday will mark 1 week since Governor Roy Cooper lifted the on-site alcohol curfew on bars and restaurants. One local bar is already seeing the difference. Our Margaret Faust has the story.
Music, friends, and alcohol. Polly's Pub and Grill is now serving alcohol until 1:45 a.m. as opposed to 11 p.m. Bartender Heather Wells says few people stay that late, but even so, it's worth it.
We want to make sure that the customers come back. We want them to be happy. We want them to enjoy themselves while they're here. We want them to feel like they're important. That is why we stay open.
ELN senior Emily Bell says even though the alcohol curfew has been lifted, she's become used to turning in early.
I couldn't imagine being here as late as I would have been before COVID. I just feel like everyone's habits have changed, everyone's mentalities about being around people have changed.
Despite people like Bell leaving earlier, owner Tammy Perry says alcohol sales have increased about 15% since the mandate was lifted. Perry says she wants to put the extra revenue towards renovating the bar.
She's trying to change this place and make it a nice family place, a nice place for people to come out, have a few drinks, have good food.
Wells says she is looking forward to mingling with more customers as the semester comes to an end. Margaret Faust, ELN Morning.
Bars including Polly's are now allowed to operate at 50% capacity.
Facebook Live and half-empty pews is the reality for this year's Easter service at Elon Community Church. Although places of worship are exempt from North Carolina's mass gathering limits, Reverend Randy Orwig says ECC is still taking coronavirus precautions. It's holding 2 services on Sunday where 50 people can attend each service inside. Orwig says it's important for the congregation to come together in person.
Our services have always been on Sunday morning at the time that they're happening and people can watch them live. And that was one thing we learned, that our congregation was willing to be safe, but they also wanted to have a feeling like we've gathered.
ECC is already planning for larger gatherings in the future. This summer, the church will move to 1 service and hopes to be back to their regular services in the fall.
We've learned that we miss each other. We've learned that we want to be together, but we've got to do it safely, and so we'll do it at the right time. So that's why we're kind of edging toward fall for a possibility. That gives us plenty of time to see what the protocols will be.
People who want to attend either of the two in-person services can sign up on the church's Facebook page. The 11 a.m. service will also be streamed live on Facebook.
Coming up, out with the old, in with the new. Hear how the newly elected SGA executive president is planning for an uncertain fall semester.
We're kicking off the month of April with plenty of sunshine. I'll have more for you after this.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
The transition of power among the SGA Executive Board is underway. Newly elected Executive President Jack Corby anticipates the new normal that might lie ahead. Our Emery Eisner has the story.
Congratulations.
As Jack Corby gets used to his new role as SGA Executive President, he says his first priority is getting campus back to normal. But he understands that even as vaccine rollout continues, some students might still be concerned about returning to in-person activities.
I'd love to go have lunch with a lot of different people and get to connect with a lot of different people, but I'm sure just as much as everyone else, I'm scared of having coffee with the wrong person and I either end up in quarantine for 2 weeks or I wake up and I don't feel well the next day. So it's a fine line to walk.
Corby says he hopes to help the student body move out of the pandemic with hybrid events next fall, but he is still worried about reverting to strict regulations if the region experiences another surge. He says former Executive President Robbie Miley's advice has been helpful since he's the only person on campus who has been in his shoes.
It seemed this year was the year of crisis. There was something going on just about every month that would be completely out of the normal in any other year. So it has been difficult, but it's also been a year of growth for many people.
Miley and Corby are planning to meet weekly starting this Friday to introduce Corby to the role and answer any questions he might have.
He's the only one on campus right now who knows what I'll be going through, truly. So it'll be a great person to have in my corner.
Emery Eisner, ELN Morning.
The first business meeting of the new SGA executives and senators is set for tonight at 7:30. For coverage of the event, visit elonnewsnetwork.com.
Well, Ellis, I have to say, walking in this morning, it was a little bit cooler than what we're used to.
I know. I thought April was supposed to be a little bit warmer, but our Jenna Mindurioli is live on Citron Plaza with the long weekend weather. Good morning, Jenna.
Good morning. As I mentioned before, here in Elon, we're seeing nothing but sunny skies. Today, a little bit of a cooler weather trend with a high of 50 and a low of 28. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tomorrow will be a little bit cooler also with a high of 50 and a low of 28, and these temperatures will rise slightly on Saturday with a high of 59. Beginning on Sunday, we will see a significant increase in these temperatures, so make sure you're getting outside and enjoying that sun. With a high of 71 on Sunday, a high of 74 on Monday for our day off from classes, and a high of 77 on Tuesday. Let's hope that these warmer trends continue. That's it for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Back to you in the studio.
That's what I like to hear. Jenna, thank you so much. The Acorn Fund every year provides money to student-run businesses, but this year it's providing to be even more helpful. Our Andrew Zagari has the story.
The SGA created Acorn Fund is continuing to help foster creativity and entrepreneurship on campus. Originally given an endowment of $200,000 in 2014, the fund has helped student entrepreneurs of all majors, handing out $9,000 annually. Elon sophomore and chair of the Acorn Fund, Kate Worth, is excited to continue working with SGA to further develop the fund this year.
It's amazing that these people are like 19 to like 22 years old and they already have like such a clear idea and are like so passionate about certain topics.
Senior Steve Hawthorne runs Good to See You, a clothing and accessory company which was able to receive an investment of $600. Hawthorne says the connections he's gained goes beyond the dollar amount.
They matched us up with the Elon Law School Business Clinic, and they provided all the guidance and the resources to actually get the trademark done at a reasonable price.
Despite how the pandemic has affected other small businesses, Hawthorne is grateful that he was able to expand his company's journey during this difficult time.
We really are so thankful that they, kind of gave us the shot from my original venture and were willing to back us on something new.
The Acorn Fund is looking to partner with Marketplace Under the Oaks to support a large network of student visionaries in the near future. Andrew Zagari, ELN Morning.
The Acorn Fund is currently reviewing 14 applications from various student business owners. Visit the Instagram @AcornFundElon for more information.
And coming up, this girl is on fire, but why she won't be bringing the heat to the field. ELN Morning returns in 60 seconds.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And one student here at Elon joined the Fire of the Carolinas marching band to be a part of the action at Rhodes Stadium, but she doesn't play an instrument.
Ugh. It's addicting. As soon as you start with it, you don't want to put it down.
As Elon's only feature twirler, junior Jill Ford plays with fire during each of her halftime routines. But this year, she's taking the season off from performing. Elon's marching band is restricted to the stands during games, which limits Ford's role.
I'm looking forward to getting back to the fall, and hopefully we can have a nice crowd out and we can put on a good show.
Ford is instead spending her time practicing with the band and creating her own routines with the color guard. Her new focus is strengthening her skill set.
I think there's an excitement about making that catch or learning that new trick. I like that there's always room for improvement with it.
Director of bands Jonathan Poquette says Ford's twirling adds a visible thrill to the band's performance.
And so like if the band is crescendoing and or getting louder to like the moment in the show, hopefully something similar is happening in the color guard perspective, because they too are going to build that up.
Poquette says Ford is one of his most hardworking students, and he's excited to see her pass on her passion for twirling.
It's hard not to be around Jill without at least cracking one smile. You know, she's that kind of person.
Ford says she'd be happy to share the spotlight and hopes to see more twirlers join the band. Ford says she wants whoever follows her to start an after-school twirling program for elementary-age students in the Elon area.
Alice, I have to tell you, I have no hand-eye coordination. I could not be like Jill Ford throwing fire.
I know, she offered for me to hold the baton and I politely declined. It was on fire.
Well, that's going to do it for us this morning, but be sure to follow us at High Point University. April Fools, follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
And to stay up to date with us anytime, all the time, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Have a great day, Elon.